there guys, Rick here. Hope you're all doing extremely well out there. I know I am. I'm on a roll with these bloody videos. It's great. It just feels so good to be back doing it. And you know, thank you so much for clicking on the videos, watching the content, supporting what I do, because you know, without you guys it'd be pointless me doing it, really. You know, I'd still do it because I'm a bit of a, you know, messed up individual, but I'd still be doing it because I love music and I love sharing my ideas with people. So this is the beauty of everything, right? Anyway, what I want to talk about is in today's session is using just one finger to roll over strings. And it's a very, very advantageous technique to use. You can use individual fingers, but it can be a bit fumbly, you know, can be a bit awkward. And, you know, I use just one finger and just roll it off over, you know, multiple strings, depending on what it is that I'm doing. And I'm just going to stick with just two strings for now. You know, I may go into this in a little bit more depth in the future, but for now, I'm just going to stick with this, all right? So the pentatonic scale is a great scale to start with this technique. So I'm just going to start with something that is really, really simple, but just to give you a bit more of a, you know, a grasp on what's going on technique wise. Then you can, you know, work on it and build on it, develop, you know, your own ideas from hopefully what I give you, and you know, all the rest of it. What am I talking about when I'm talking about rolling finger technique? What I'm talking about is literally when you have two notes on the same string and you use one finger. If I do it in the simplest way possible, right, I'm playing an A note to a D note on the 5th fret, the low E to the A string, right? But if you notice, I'm keeping my 3rd finger in position and just rolling the finger like so, rather than changing it, because that would separate the notes, right? So we want to keep everything, you know, legato, keep everything smooth, so there's no break between notes. So that's what I'm referring to, okay? Now, with the pentatonic scale, it's the perfect example of how you can use this, because we have multiple positions whereby we can play notes which go from one string to the next at the same fret. So what did I do to start with that little pattern? I'm using my little finger here. It's a bit challenging, but anyway. And I'm rolling the finger here. I'm not doing this, I'm skipping it. I'm kind of planting the finger, playing the notes, but my finger is also on the lower string, ready to play the note, right? Let's make it a little bit easier, because that's a bit awkward, okay, if you're new to the technique. Okay, so let's take fret 5 and 7 of the E and A strings, okay? So what I'm talking about here is, instead of doing this, separating, you know, fingers, I'm using the same finger to play the same note, so like this. And just rolling the finger. And it doesn't matter how you approach it technically, you know, it could be alternate picking, economy picking, whatever. This is a great starting point. So I would spend quite a long time, I have done and I still do, just on playing this. And finding positions where here I have to, on the left side of the shape, I have to play notes which are 1 fret apart, but here they're at the same fret, right? Not a problem. Okay, it's all there. So okay, so we can literally find wherever within each pentatonic shape where the same fret is required when you move from one string to the next. So let me just give you an example here. So in E minor, I'm playing position number 3. Okay, so here you've got 2 notes which are on the same fret, another 2 that are on the same fret, same here. Okay, this is a little bit different, so we kind of have to move away from that. Not that you have to, but I'm just using this as an example. Rolling finger is not going to work when you have separate notes. Okay. Okay, so and then we can move on to the next shape and do whatever shapes. Like this. So we can just move it around based on whether the notes are at the same fret, and then just use the rolling finger technique. So it's a good idea to just work on that with just 4 notes, consecutive notes, and work on rolling the finger to make sure, because what we don't want is this. There's a time and a place for that, but not right now. We want to separate the notes so that everything's clean. Clarity is what we're after. So what did I play? It's that little example at the start. Something like that, right? And it really flows when you get it right. I'm using my little finger here, so you're not restricted to, in terms of fingering. So you can use your little finger, third finger, second finger, it's fine. These 3 are great. You can take it as far as you want, and you can traverse the fretboard in a horizontal fashion rather than a vertical fashion and get stuck in one position. It enables you to break out of positions really comfortably, really easily, and very cleanly, which is essential, right? We all, as guitar players, want to play as cleanly as possible. So I know I do, so so let me play that again. See how I'm rolling the third finger here? So let me play it slowly so you know exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm going open E, fret 3, fret 5, fret 2 of the A, fret 5 of the A. And then rolling the little finger. Sorry. Okay. Then I'm shifting up to here, fret 7. Then I can let this position, the third finger, take over from there. So let me do it nice and slowly. I'm going to use the little finger here. Sod it, I'm going on the fly right now, so. Notice they're all the same fret. like that with the third finger. Anyway, I could go on ad infinitum about this kind of thing, but it's a good idea to just stick with something really simple. Okay. You can still do it with this, but it's not rolling technique, right? You can do it across multiple strings, but I don't want to give you too much information. Anyway, let me just play that first lick again so that you've got something to work towards, you know, beyond just doing these shapes, right? So I'll do it really slowly. Whoops. Okay, that's roughly it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this session. I'm going to take this a little bit further because there's so many ideas that I have with rolling finger technique that you can really use to your advantage, you know, when soloing and improvising and all the rest of it. And it's a really, really great approach to give you clarity and, you know, speed and control and everything, providing you practice it in the right way. Anyway, head on over to my website, continue to support what I do. I'm so glad to be back doing these videos. You know, I feel great, really happy, you know, getting back to doing what I love the most, which is making videos and sharing all this stuff. So anyway, stay tuned. Got another video coming tomorrow. So, you know, practice this and then, you know, I'll catch up with you tomorrow. So, peace.